I think what we've seen through the pandemic is that organizations who had invested in technology found it much easier to pivot and change as we rapidly had to through the pandemic and through the challenges that we had with people needing to work offsite instead of in an office, with people needing to facilitate handoffs, which are much easier done through workflows where we can, conduct reporting, recognize where there are blockages, recognize where handoffs are failing, as opposed to those organizations who hadn't really embraced technology and therefore found themselves very much on the back foot when it came to having to move whole teams who are used to working in collaboration day to day in an office into an offsite environment. So I think this recognition has been extremely important as we now sort of turn into a market where the pandemic certainly hasn't gone away, but we have all learned and adapted to the environment that we're in. And I think I've found a lot of my clients certainly have been discussing how they can improve their technology architecture to make them a little bit more future-proof, ensure that should they have to pivot or change quickly, that they've got the infrastructure in place to do it. And from that, foundation, how can they continue to digitize, automate, and get the transparency of reporting they need to really understand how they're operating, how their teams are performing, and where they need to perhaps step in or do things a little differently. That is absolutely, I think, the biggest trend that I saw through my clients throughout the pandemic, and certainly the conversations that I've been having subsequently as we've started to come into a different phase of our current environment.